435, you get a badge of honor for stabbing someone to death. Cat, there is no badge that exists as much as you want one to. The only badge I can imagine you're trying to reference is the Medal of Honor. Let's read how about we read two citations from www.cmohs.org. Staff Sergeant Gita helped a squad leader after he was injured, exposed himself to enemy fire to do so. As the squad advanced forward, he realized the squad member was missing. By his own initiative, he advanced forward, crested a hill to see two insurgents carrying away an American soldier. He immediately engaged the enemy, killing one and wounding the other. Sounds like someone putting their own safety at risk to save a fellow soldier. Let's continue. Sergeant First Class Smith. While constructing POW holding area, the unit came under attack from a company-sized element. During the fight, he helped the evacuation of 3 wounded soldiers while exposed to enemy fire. Here's where the citation is quoted. Fearing the enemy would overrun their defenses, Sergeant First Class Smith moved under withering enemy fire to man a .50 caliber machine gun mounted on a damaged armor personnel carrier. In total disregard of his own life, maintained his exposed position in order to engage the attacking enemy force. Cat, during that time, Sergeant First Class Smith was mortally wounded, but not before he laid covering fire to save countless American soldiers. 2 counts of bravery and valor, putting their lives second to save fellow soldiers. No tales of brutality, no stabbing someone for no reason. No, that's not how soldiers think. We think about the person to our left, to our right. Not about blood and glory, but about the person next to you. These accounts aren't about bloodshed and murder. This is not a job for killers. This is a job about the person next to you and bringing that person home to his family. It's about being a part of the history of the men and women who wore the uniform before you. College, Cat, doesn't teach you that. Ignorance and baseless facts found on the internet doesn't show you any glimpse of the day-to-day in the military. It only shows you what you want it to show you. In a video titled Military Hypocrisy, you stated that you lived in the ROTC barracks in college, which leads me to believe that the only reason you'd be in those barracks was because you were in the ROTC. I'm not saying you were, just putting the facts out there. I'm sorry that people have sent you threats, called you terrible names, and attacked you on the internet. I apologize. Your opinion is yours. And what I'm trying to say is that to say I don't fight for freedom is wrong. I uphold the Constitution of the United States. I took an oath to do so. From watching your videos, you honestly have more grievance towards the government than you do the military. You say that America needs a military, but you don't support it. You can't have it both ways. To quote the Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state and to the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So even the forefathers knew the importance of a military for the security of the states and for the future of America. At 7:25, you say that we take AK-47s to a 5-year-old's face. First, the military issues several types of weapons, with absolutely none of them being the AK-47. Oh, and to shoot a 5-year-old in the face while deployed anywhere in the world would violate the Geneva Conventions and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. James Barker was sentenced to over 90 years in prison after going to court-martial. We have the UCMJ articles to maintain good order and discipline. For every James Barker and every collateral murder video, there is the Thailand tsunami, Hurricane Katrina, Haiti earthquake, and Japan's tsunami relief. Plus our continued humanity efforts in Africa. Again, you can look and find the entire negative all day, but do you have at least any idea of the good that's being done? It's easy to base a one-sided argument, but do you listen and understand the other side? Again, I support your opinions against supporting the troops. That's the greatest freaking gift, is the freedom of speech. But if you were in any country that didn't have the liberties we do, that comment would be considered treason. I'm glad that there are people like you out there because it shows that liberty hasn't died just yet. My final counterpoint comes at 9 minutes and 12 seconds. You state, I don't support the fact that 51% of, the taxes I pay in federal income tax goes towards funding this genocide. okay, from factcheck.org. This was the breakdown of the 2010 federal spending. Social Security was 20.4%. National Defense was 20.1%. Medicare, 13.1%. Medicaid and CHIP, 8.1%. Interest, 5.7%. Low-income assistance, 5.3%. Unemployment compensation, 4.6%. Education and training, 3.7%. Federal employee retirement, 3.5%. Veterans, 3.1%. Transportation, 2.7%. Other healthcare, 2.6%. Parks and natural resources, 1.3%. Space and science was 0.9%. Foreign aid, 0.9%. Agriculture, 0.6%. Everything else, 3.5%. That's everything the government spent. Here's what the government took in 2010. Payroll taxes made up for 40%. Individual income tax made up 41.5%. Corporation income taxes, 8.9%. Other was 6.5%. The excise tax made up 3.1%. So there you have it. Half of your taxes aren't going to national defense. National defense isn't even taking in the most of federal spending. Most of your taxes are going to Social Security and Medicare, not the military. And genocide, it's defined as a mass murder due to race, religion, etc. Think about what's going on in Darfur or Chechnya. Perfect example of what Saddam Hussein did to the Kurdish people in the 1980s. That's genocide. Iraq and Afghanistan, not genocide. To sum it up, your opinion is still your own, Kat. The facts, however, were not. I'm not attacking your opinion. I'm not mad, angry, or upset that you don't support the troops. To each their own. I do have a problem with misguided and twisted facts. The Founding Fathers wanted debate and opinion to live free in America. After watching several of your videos, the sense that I got was that you were more against the government and the corporation connection in the government than that of the military. You again need to invoke the last line of the First Amendment and the 10th Amendment, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. You can say all day, I don't support the troops, and stomp your feet, beat your chest. You can say that one generation of soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen are better than others. In the end, I wear that same uniform. I know the sweat, I know the tears, I know the distance. I know the long nights overseas thinking about my daughter. You can say everything on your mind all day. I want you to. It's your right as a free American. For that reason, thank you. God bless you. And have a great day. Oh, hey.
I'm a soldier.
What was that? Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. Where's the shit there?
I'm a
Really?
soldier.